What is up, gamers? Here I have a reshelled Extreme Rate purple shell. I bought this off of eBay from a seller who said it works, but the touchscreen doesn't work. And as we can see here, the touchscreen does not work. So we're going to be getting the touchscreen fixed, but we're also going to be completing the shell swap. As we see, there's some missing rubber pads. There's some dust in the top screen that we can see right here. I do want to say, this was an excellent done shell swap. I mean, it's very nice. Everything feels great. But there are a couple of things, like this microphone. We can see the microphone is crooked. It's facing the completely wrong way, so we'll need to get that addressed. But first and foremost, let's just take him apart and see what's going on with his touchscreen. The person who reshelled this used some Nintendo screws and some Extreme Rate screws. Take a look at it here. It is clearly plugged in. So we'll unclamp, and I'll take a look at the digitizer cable to see if it's damaged potentially. The cable is definitely hacked up a little bit. If I turn it this way, you can see there's a line poking out. So yeah, this digitizer is definitely bad, but fear not, we have a brand new one here. Oh yeah. Anyway, so now I will undo the digitizer, take my spudger, put it in there just like that, and then I like to pry along the whole perimeter as best I can so we can see the adhesive mostly stuck to the screen itself, which is not normal. It's not what you want to see, but we can just peel it up, and now it's normal. So I see one dust speck. Oh, that's gone. And now I want to be really quick, so I'm going to peel that, and stick our new digitizer on as straight as possible. Stick it, and the buttons were working great, so I won't do anything with the buttons. Put that back in there, close the clamp, and now we can turn it around and plug the digitizer cable in here. We want to route the cable properly, and then get it right in place with the motherboard on it. Now we can plug the mic cable in, plug the mic or the Wi-Fi chip in. That should be all that this console needs to be fixed, other than the final touches we'll put on it. So now I'm just going to reassemble it, make sure it all works great. Get the shoulder buttons on. Yeah, that popped right out. So, very common mistake. This spring, we can see the higher part of this spring is touching this thumb, and the lower part is here. So that means that this spring is supposed to go to this shoulder button. But since this spring stayed in place, I know for a fact that that's the correct spring right there. And if you see, when I try to put the spring in, it popped right out. So that's how we know that's the wrong spring. So we will use the correct spring, and here is one. So we can see this spring is lower on the half that I'm holding it, and then higher on the half that goes inside the shoulder button. So the half that's lower is going to be put between these posts, which is how you know it's the right side for this one. So now I'll get that in place, and we can see stays nice. So this spring, we will throw it away, because it looks like the previous owner actually tried to bend it to make it stay in place, which is a solution. Alright, so let's get our bottom plate on. Never mind, I forgot. I wanted to make this DS cooler. We're going to change the power LED to either blue or purple, and then the low power LED to the opposite. I think I'm going to make the power LED blue because I feel like purple would just kind of be too much purple. So I will disconnect it like that. So here's our blue LEDs. I will drop it right here so I know that this is the blue. Okay. And then our purple. Running low on these guys. We're ready to heat up these LEDs right here. The green one is on top and the red one is on the bottom. Hot air gun. Now would be a fantastic time for me to introduce to you guys my channel memberships. Subscribing and simply watching my videos already means the world to me. Thank you so much. But if you'd like to go that extra mile in supporting me, I have channel memberships available for $2 a month or $5 a month. For both memberships, I give a shout out at the end of my videos. And for the $5 one, you get 50% off any repair service or customization service for DS Lites on my website. So feel free to check that out. The link for my memberships is in the description. However, again, like I said, simply watching and subscribing and leaving a like already means the absolute world to me. This solder really don't be wanting to heat up, though. It's actually a little... Ouch. These are very hot, guys, okay? Don't touch that. Alrighty, that should be good. So now what I will do, I will put a battery up to the contacts and test them. We can test both lights with only one battery that is charged to green. Okay, so we see blue is working. And now when I unplug the battery, the purple one will flash. And it did. Okay, but now we have soldered our LEDs. Looking pretty cool. So now we can plug the top screen cable back in. Always make sure the power switch is down when you're putting it on. Otherwise, it may break the power switch of the DS, which would be a very, very sad day. Very incredible sad day. I will go back together with OEM Nintendo screws. Okay, we can plug our battery in. Look at that blue LED, man. Looks cool. And now we can get the battery door back on. Cool, cool. Let's test this touchscreen, make sure it works. Nice. Touchscreen is working fantastic. So now for the other things that this console needs, first and foremost, I'm going to put a black border on top here. This can be removed at any time. I just think it makes it look a little nicer, more uniform. And I'm going to need to put black rubber pads over here as well. But we need to fix up that microphone, so let's take these 4 screws out. I'll find a low battery too, so we can see what the purple looks like. But for now, let's take this off. Okay, so now we got to fix the mic, which requires us to peel the top screen out like that, and then just like that. And now we got to get the microphone here so we can see it's completely sideways. It was sideways like that, so just got to finagle it so that it's not sideways anymore. Just like that. So now got to carefully put it back in, route it, and now I'm going to open up the hinge. It's still a little crooked. There we go. That's perfect. I think the touchscreen is working a little too well, guys. But yeah, fantastic job. They got all of the foam pads and stickers in the right spots. They have the speaker rings for the speakers to stop them from vibrating. They did an excellent job with the top screen. And the pieces of dust that I thought I saw, they were actually only on the very outside. So this lens is in great shape. No need to take apart the lens to clear out any dust. The person who did this did a fantastic job. And now it has a really cool blue LED. The bottom screen is ever so slightly slanted. You can see there's more black right here than there is over here. But that's really hard to see. Especially when you're going to be playing games, you're not even going to notice that. Sometimes slants are too bad to the point to where they need to be addressed. But in my opinion, this slant is a-okay. So I'll get these screws back in here, and then we will give it some rubber pads. Okay, so I have replacement extreme rate black rubber pads right here, and I also have a replacement extreme rate sticker. My only complaint with extreme rate shell pieces and shell parts and anything, is the top screen border. Like, you can tell it's like a dark forest green color, not like actual black like this. It does look good. It's just like that green color. It's just, I don't know. Especially for me, making so many custom shells that use black pieces, I can't really use Extreme Rate's border because of like that green color. It's weird. But it looks fantastic on this, I will say. What do you think? Should I have given it black buttons? Potentially. So now, our final touch. I'm going to clean off the bottom plate and install our sticker. And install these rubber pads on the bottom that I totally forgot about somehow. I like them to be perfect. And hey, it's not perfect, but it's good enough, I think. I mean, it's obviously a little crooked. Whoopsies. I try. So we can see with this GBA slot cover, the reseller used the original Nintendo Y screw that was on Nintendo's GBA slot covers. However, that is too large for extreme rates, and as we can see, it put an indentation here, and you can feel it with your finger. It's very obvious that there's an indentation there, which is why I always use extreme rates Y screw for that. So for the heck of it, I'm going to take this out and replace it with the black one. There we go. All in, tight, good to go. And here I have 2 more replacement extreme rate rubber pads. I was pretty lucky. I just had a random full set of black rubber pads lying around. That wasn't even planned or anything. Perfect. Let's make sure it can read games. Pop a random DS game in here. Turn it off, turn it back on. Oh yeah. We got that Nintendo logo, baby. Sure. Now we'll pop in a Game Boy game, just to make sure that the Game Boy Advanced Game Reader works, and it do be. Make sure it can load save files. Looks nice, man. This console's in immaculate shape. And we see, works perfect. I will get this guy fully tested and fully cleaned off camera, but this guy is working like absolute new. We got that touchscreen fixed up, we got the mic taken care of, we got the rubber pads all in place, and we gave it its serial sticker. This console is absolutely fantastic. I love it. This guy will be available on my website for sale. It will be linked in the description if you'd like to buy it. There's only one, retrorevolution.shop. In the description. I want to show that purple LED too. Is this one low power? It is. Look at that, man. Purple LED. So there, that's what the purple LED looks like. Really freaking cool. It looks really cool in person too. I love the blue and purple combo. Blue is high power. Purple is low power. Super cool. Thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you in the next one.